Welcome, replay viewers. Welcome, campers. I'm so glad you're here for day 2 of Love Camp. Today's class is going to be epic. You want to stick around for this whole class because this is the day we turn on our love vibes. And this is a skill that's absolutely needed and necessary for you to become visible for your perfect match, for you to become magnetic to whatever it is that you want to create. So today we're going to have that exact experience. And once you've experienced it, then you have it. And this is then up to you to be able to remember when to choose to turn it on. It's not even remembering. It's like choosing to turn this on for you. And I absolutely love this. So checking in with you. How are you doing? Comment below. Let me know who's here. And if you are excited, oh, yay. We've got Casey. We've got Renee. This is, we're going to do a little process as we do. Remember, bringing your imagination into every single one of these days is important. Hey, Corey. Hey, Jelaine. Oh, Adium. Good morning, or good afternoon for you, or evening. I don't know. So I am thrilled to be able to give you this experience today. Linnea, yay! Well, we've got a bunch of VIPers for sure. If you haven't joined VIP, message me because you're going to want to continue this, I'm sure. So today we'll be unpacking our imagination and using this, and we're heading over to the craft shop. So the cool part about this is that we get to arrive in here. Oh, I forgot Camp Mail showed up. Yay. Super excited. People are wearing camp colors. This is so awesome. Cool. Great job, you guys. Stephanie L is here. Yay. Okay. Cool. So let's go ahead and head over to the craft shop. And to do that, all you need to do is just arrive in your place, and closing your eyes and begin to bring your awareness to your breath as we leave our cabins for the morning to head over to the craft shop. And as we walk along the path through the pine forest, then we arrive at the porch of the craft shop, opening up the doors and coming in, and oh my God, can you believe this sight? This is just the most magical place. My favorite place at camp by far is the craft shop, because we can do and create whatever it is we want. And this is a super fun place to come at any time at camp to use your imagination in amazing ways. So as you arrive here, you're going to find a spot at a table. And you'll notice at the tables that there are amazing piles of different balls of yarn. And there's another pile that is a pile of pine cones. So you're going to want to take a pine cone and pick out your favorite ball of yarn in the mix and put those in front of you. So as you're here and you have your lovely ball of yarn and you have your pine cone in front of you, we're going to do a little exercise that is specifically designed to turn on your warm and fuzzy love vibes in a way that you've never experienced before. So, but first, we want to pick up that pine cone. So picking up that pine cone, and as you hold it in your hands, your imagination gives you that sense of what it's like to hold a pine cone. And just noticing as you're holding it in your hand, the prickly, hard nature of it. It may feel a little cold even. So notice that cold and prickly, and as you hold it in your hand, as you try to like even squeeze it, notice how it's not something that's gonna give. So as you're aware of this cold and prickly pine cone, begin to sense all of the ways that you may hold yourself back from turning on those love vibes. Like, begin to sense in your being the awareness of the fears or the limitations or the pain from the past or those aspects that make you feel like, wow, I can't have love because. So you start kind of noticing where you may be telling yourself, I can't have love because. And just as you're holding this pine cone, without needing to go into a big story about it, just notice how it feels when those things arise for you. So holding this cold and prickly pine cone, be aware of how your energy is when these fears arise, how your energy is when you are focusing on all of the ways that you've decided that love can't find you. And this isn't about trying to change them or get rid of them or hide them or push them away. This is just being present with that. So noticing what is arising as you're holding this pine cone. And just so you know, like whatever that is, we will be taking this pine cone with us to day 3 tomorrow. So putting that aside for now, that pine cone, and knowing that we will be looking at those later, but just being aware of how your energy is when you're tuning into that. What's happening in your body? Does it feel contracted or expanded? Does it feel inspired or retracted? Just noticing what you notice about that. And now, if you want, you can kind of shake out your body to go to this next part. Shaking out that awareness to come back to neutral, and taking that ball of yarn. If you haven't picked your ball of yarn from the pile, just picking the one that excites you the most. And as you pick that ball of yarn from the pile, just notice the textures, maybe squish it in your hands. Notice the thickness of the yarn. Notice the color. Notice maybe if you know yarn, you have a sense of what kind of yarn it is, if it's synthetic or if it's a natural yarn. And just begin to just notice how that feels. And as you look at that yarn that you chose from that place of, ooh, that one, I want that one. Bring into your awareness something that you know, like that go-to thing that you totally love. And as you bring into your awareness something you love, whether it's your pet, whether it's something in nature, whether it's a plate of nachos, it doesn't really matter what it is, but it has to just picking something that elicits that, like, yes, love, that excitement. And as you're sensing that, begin to notice your energy in this energy of love. Noticing how it feels in your body and noticing where you sense it in your body. Noticing if it's in your whole being or if it's in one part. And as you're aware of it in your body, as you bring your attention to that aspect, to that place of it, whether it's the whole or a part, you'll know when you put your attention on it, it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And as it gets bigger and bigger, just sensing and perceiving how your love vibes are moving beyond your body. And as you're aware of your love vibes, you may even sense them as beams of light coming out or something else. And just noticing what it's like to be in this space. And as you're in this space, turning your attention to this ball of yarn. And this ball of yarn becomes the energy of the love vibes that you feel. And as you touch it and feel it, that warm and fuzziness of the yarn becomes the metaphor of what you're experiencing in your body. And so begin to just find that the end of the yarn, and place it into your hand. So the end of the yarn, where that piece of yarn starts, just placing that in the palms of your hands. And then as you place the end of the yarn in your palms of your hands, just holding on to that end as best you can. And then begin to, in your imagination, wrap the yarn around your hand. So if you're holding the end of the yarn, maybe you hold it with your thumb, and you're going to wrap the yarn around your 4 fingers. So wrapping it around. And as you wrap this yarn around, you begin to become aware of how your love vibes expand out beyond your body. And as you continue to wrap, you become aware of how your love vibes are expanding and connecting with all the other campers. And then they connect beyond that to all other beings. And as you continue to wrap this slowly around your hand, you begin to become aware of how your love vibes are connected to people you know, people you don't know. And this includes your future partner. And just noticing how it feels to know that you are connected to your future partner. And as you wrap this yarn around, you imagine that it's almost like with each wrap, your future partner is being drawn in even closer, almost like you're reeling in a fishing reel. You're just like turning that, and with each wrap of the yarn, you're pulling in that future partner closer and closer, and noticing how it feels to sense and perceive that being coming in, and really noticing too how it feels to know that your partner is already here, already on this planet, and allowing yourself to feel that excitement, that anticipation, that, oh yes. And as we have been singing our LoveCamp song, true love is always within us. I know when I trust it, it's my destiny. So just even noticing that true love is always within us. I know when I trust it, it's my destiny. Just remembering that that desire within your heart is the destiny. And just you may sense when your future partner is closer, and when you sense that your future partner is close, you can just stop wrapping the yarn for a moment and taking a moment just to sense what it's like to be present with your future partner. And if you're not working on a future partner relationship, just be aware of what you are drawing in, what that is, that desire that you are being present with. And as your future partner or the desire is present with you in front of you, notice them arrive in the love landing pad you created yesterday. So remember that space that you created in front of you. Notice that your manifestation, your desire, your future partner is on that spot right in front of you. And just as you're present with your creation energetically in front of you, begin to take the yarn off your hand and really carefully holding it in the center. And as you hold it in the center, you're going to cut it off from the rest of the yarn as you're here. And then go ahead and cut another small piece of yarn off the ball of yarn, and take that small piece and, using your imagination, tie it in the center, because we're going to make a pom-pom. So tie it in the center, and then take your scissors and clip off the ends so you make this puffy little pom-pom. And know that later on at camp, there's going to be a secondary video where I literally show you how to do this with real yarn. So if you're like, wait, I want to do that, don't worry, we're going to do that. So in your imagination, you have your imaginary pom-pom where you've cut the ends off, and now it's this fluffy ball. And just notice how as you're present with, just cuddle in that warm and fuzzy. Notice how that warm and fuzzy gets to take in the frequency of this experience right now. That this warm and fuzzy is the warm and fuzzies, those giddy, delightful, magnetic love vibes. And as you're present here with your future partner, just allowing whatever wants to happen here to happen. If you're close enough to your future partner, feel free to reach out and hold hands. Notice what it feels like to hold hands with your future partner right now. if your future partner feels a little further away and you want them close in, just ask for that. Ask for it and let it happen. If you're sensing it further away and that's where it is, just allow yourself to receive the awareness of the connection. Letting it be whatever it is. You can't do this wrong or more right. So just allowing yourself to be here now, giving yourself this time, and knowing, sensing and perceiving this connection, knowing that when you're in this space, when you allow yourself to be present with your desire, be present with what it's like to already have that which you are creating, that this is the magic, that this is what creates, and that this is being in this energy, being in these love vibes turned up for even 30 seconds or more, changes your cellular structure. This begins to create that security and safety within you. The more you bask in this frequency, this higher frequency of love. And with each breath, letting this wash throughout your body, letting it deepen, letting it transform you from the inside out, and knowing that you get to choose to arrive here and let your beloved show up in your love landing pad and hold hands and hug or do whatever you'd like. And at any time, you can hold your virtual pom-pom. Like I said, we're going to make one later if you would like to have one to create, we'll do that. And enjoy this. Enjoy this exercise. Please, I invite you to, as you gently come back into the craft shop space, into your space, I invite you to choose this on a regular basis. You can even add this to your morning routine where you sit and you hold hands with your future partner for 30 seconds a day. Add this to your routine and let this be serving you. And notice that if you're in that cold and prickly, if you're in the doubts and the fears, in the I can't have love becauses, then you get to choose your warm and fuzzy. So coming back to that. And tomorrow, we're going to take your cold and prickly and bring it to the campfire to release. So please do not miss tomorrow's class. It's going to be really amazing. And I can't wait to share that with you. And I hope that this was a contribution to you in your time at camp. Join me back here for another video where I'm going to show you how to actually make a warm and fuzzy. So go back, find some yarn in your place, in your suitcase, and we'll see you really soon. Bye, everyone.